How much money did I make on YouTube after being monetized for 3 months? Nobody asked, but I'm going to let you know. I'm actually talking about another YouTube channel that I have, and that's a monetized YouTube channel. And, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers within a 1 year time frame. And this is for long form videos, okay? And sometimes you'll see content creators, YouTubers get monetized really quickly. They'll get monetized after 90 days. And then you are grinding and you are putting in years of effort. So sometimes it can take years, right? And that's the thing on YouTube. If you think it's overnight success, you will be disappointed. I'm not saying it doesn't happen for some people, it does, but for the far majority, it takes a long time to get monetized. And this is why, because you are learning new skills, you are learning about YouTube, you are learning about what works on your channel and what doesn't, you are learning about how to talk on camera, you are learning so much that, every time you create a video, you're actually learning, okay, how can I actually create a better video the next time? And these things take time. And sometimes you may think, okay, this is the video that's going to go viral. This is the video that's going to get me the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscribers. And then that doesn't happen and you get so disappointed. So YouTube is not for the faint-hearted. Let's get that out of the way. YouTube is a game. Yeah, it's a game in a way because it tests your resilience. You see all these numbers, all the analytics, and it can feel demotivating at times. And you'll think, will I ever get monetized? Will I see that day? But I think a great deal depends on how much are you actually putting out there in terms of your content. Are you really being consistent? Are you actually improving your content? So this other YouTube channel of mine, which is monetized, I monetized it in September last year. So in September, I got $6.51. And then October, I got $27.80. And then in November, I made $3.80. So, not huge amounts. And the reason October was pretty high in comparison to September and November was that I was creating more consistent content and publishing more content. And I posted many shorts which did well in that month. So some people do get hundreds of dollars every month. Other people can get as little as $3.80, right? So it really does depend on, your CPMs as well. So if you look at my CPMs, and your RPMs as well, okay? So the CPMs, they also differ every month. CPMs means cost per milli, RPM means revenue per milli, right? So it even tells you that the CPM is how much advertisers pay for every 1,000 times your watch page content is viewed with ads, right? And then RPMs, if we go into here and we can actually say, okay, we can add the RPM like that. And then it adds the RPM metric. So YouTube is really good with the analytics, right? And then I can say, okay, RPM here. And if you want to know, okay, November $1.33, October 007, September 003. So very low RPMs. I'm also going to show you how much I made since being monetized from September last year, right? So in total, I've made $44.91. And the reason it isn't that much is because I haven't really been consistent on this monetized channel. So sometimes you think, okay, I'm monetized now and I'm going to earn all this money through AdSense. And big YouTubers, actually, the majority of their money does not come from AdSense. It can come from brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate links, courses that they are selling, etc. Sometimes when you're a small creator, you think that you will earn just thousands of dollars through AdSense every month. And I think for the far majority of small YouTubers, that just isn't the case. So actually, with your expectations of how much AdSense you are getting, I mean, look at other YouTubers in your niche, to understand what they are making as well. I think that's helpful to know, because sometimes I think we can have really high expectations of what the AdSense money will be like. This YouTube channel that is monetized, the entire amount that I've made thus far is $44.91, right? Watch page ads, I made $16.14. Short feed ads, I made $28.77. And supers and gifts, nothing, right? So this is the whole time that I have been monetized. The complete amount is $44.91. And it took me over a year to get monetized on this channel, right? And I got the subscribers. That took a long time. I got the watch hours through a single video. And, the thing is, when they say sometimes it only takes one video to get your watch hours, that can be true in some instances. And I would say that, when you are creating your content, look at outlier videos. Like if you find that a video is performing really, really well in your niche, right? Like another YouTube channel who's in your niche, like just say they're a cooking channel, you're a cooking channel, and you see that they don't have many subscribers, but they have many views on a particular video. Create your version of that video. If their video performed really well, create your version with a similar title, similar thumbnail. Look to see what you found worked well for their video and create your version of it. Because I think that especially when people are watching their video, and if your video comes under suggested, then your video can also perform well if you have similar elements to what they've used in their video. I also want to show you the different amounts that you can earn on certain days. Here, 58 cents, 69 cents, $1.27, $1.16, $2.69, $2.41, 74 cents. See, it really, really can change. It can go so low, and then certain times can be really, really high, depending on how much content you're putting out, depending on what video it is. So there's just so many different variables involved, right? And I think that a lot of the time when you see amounts like this, you can be disappointed. You can think, okay, $44.91, is YouTube even worth it? I think it depends on what your goals are. Why have you started your YouTube channel? For me, I was glad that I was even earning money on YouTube, because for me, it just felt wonderful. This was the first time I actually made money online. So then this made me realize that, oh, you can make money online. I knew it theoretically, but when I saw it visibly, it shifted something. It was a mindset shift yes, online income is a thing. You can make money with YouTube. Now, remember, I'm a 42-year-old person. I did not grow up with YouTube. So seeing this, it was fascinating, still is really, really fascinating for me. Now, I think some of the hurdles we have when we are trying to get monetized is we overthink. And I say this because it took so long to actually sit down and do this video, this precise video today, because there are just so many other things happening. In fact, I was supposed to do it yesterday. And then I was so fed up with the whole overthinking and trying to get it done that I was just like, just get it done. Just get it done. And I think a lot of the times when we are YouTubers, we overthink everything. What are we going to talk about? How are we going to say it? How are we going to come across? It's draining. It can be mentally draining. My advice to you is do not overthink it. Yes, plan, but when you overthink, what tends to happen is you start creating less content and you start doubting yourself and second guessing yourself. Don't do that. Have fun with this process of creating content, because with YouTube, you're in it for the long game. You're in it because it is a marathon, not a sprint, right? And if you see it as a hobby or business, either way, you want to still be able to enjoy it, right? So find the fun in it. What do you enjoy about it? Why are you creating your YouTube content? Why do you want to have videos? What is the purpose? And I say that because sometimes you will get so demotivated with your YouTube journey. Sometimes when you say, oh, well, Kish, by the way, I'm Kish. You'll say, Kish, but nobody's watching my videos. I know how you feel. The other day I put out a video. My video was about, I think, 25 minutes or so. And my average view duration was a whopping, I think it was 11 seconds at first, yay. And then it dropped to like 7 seconds. And I was like, really? And, these are just some of the harsh realities of being a YouTuber, is that you can put a lot of effort into it, and sometimes you don't know whether it's going to materialize into something positive for your channel. But here's the thing. Here's the huge thing. You are learning so much along the way, right? You are learning new skills. You are learning how to edit. You are learning to talk on camera. You are learning about improvising when you are talking, right? Talking off the cuff. You are learning about yourself. You are learning about patience and resilience. And you'll think, oh, but what's the point about learning all of that? You don't need this just for YouTube or for a possible career in digital marketing or whatever your goals are with your career. But you need this in life. You need this in life. Let me tell you, in life, things are going to get thrown at you. Oh my word, there will be highs and lows and everything in between. And if you learn patience, and if you learn to have resilience, and if you learn to keep going or reroute or seek alternatives or find a way to get to your destination, if you learn to keep motivated in spite of everything coming at you, which makes you feel so unmotivated, those are huge life lessons, And I'll tell you something, being on YouTube, it can be so scary. It can be so scary because you're open to criticism. You're open to criticism from people from all over the world, right? It's just not your next door neighbor kind of thing. It's like people from all over the world, right? But here's the thing. The majority of people on YouTube who comment are pretty nice. They're actually pretty nice. I'm not saying you won't get your trolls. You will. But again, you're learning to step out of your comfort zone, okay? I mean, when you step out of your comfort zone in life, right, it unlocks things about yourself that you didn't know. And you can live a life which is really, really safe, where you don't step out of your comfort zone, but then you'll always live a life of what if. So I know that you're watching this and you're hoping to get monetized one day, and maybe you just feel like YouTube is a dead end road for you. And I'm not going to say that you will definitely get monetized. I'm not going to say that to you. But what I'm going to say to you is, find the joy in creating content and enjoy the process. Don't only focus on the destination of getting monetized, but enjoy the process. Because it's in enjoying the process that you'll start to feel like this is really, really fulfilling, And the views and all of that, those things go up and down. Don't use that as a way to validate who you are as a person, because you are worthy as you are. Let that sink in for you. You are worthy as you are. And I say that as somebody who grew up in South Africa, where if you were this color, if you were a person who was non-white, right? You grew up in a system, in a government which enforced apartheid. And apartheid was a horrible system where people of color were subjected to horrible treatment, right? By law, right? Which is just horrific. You could only live in certain areas, you could only go to certain beaches, you could only go to certain schools, etc. People who tried to resist apartheid, many died, many went to prison, etc. So I say that you are worthy, because in life there will be things that will try to make you feel like you aren't worthy, but you are. And if YouTube is something that you really want, then keep at it. Keep at it. Life is unpredictable. You don't know what's in store for you, not with certainty, right? So if this is what you want, come on, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, okay? And have a beautiful week. And if you know this big YouTuber, Ali Abdaal, I have reviewed his channel. He has over 6 million subscribers, right? Go and have a look at the video that I created. I think it's I think it's insightful. And you see how I messed up my words there? Sometimes, guess what? You mess up your words when you are chatting on YouTube. And you know what? It's fine because we are all human. We are not perfect human beings. We are not AI versions. We are not robots. We are people. Okay? So, YouTube is a way for us to connect with each other, person to person. And one tip, when you're chatting on camera like I am right now, chat as if you're speaking to a friend. There's one person, not a million watching you, one person. It will help you feel at ease because I read so many comments where people feel like they aren't feeling confident enough to be on camera. So find ways for you to feel comfortable, okay? And have a beautiful week. Much light and love to you.